You're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I'm Lisa, here to do a reading. I'm going to mix up the decks today. I'm going to do the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, Mystical Shaman, and this Transient Light Tarot. They all kind of, I don't know, they have this very earthy thing going on, all of them. So we'll see where we get with that. I've been doing the Christmassy decks, but I think it's important to stay grounded at this time of year. So we're gonna do a sort of grounded reading. Let's do a quick shuffle here. Definitely. Oh, this just flew out. Oh my gosh, okay. This flew out, and this was in the last reading that I did with this deck, the Earth Mother and Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Interesting. And then this is Earth Mother says, feel love and comforted. So it's almost like what I just got from that is in order to have this growth that there's been this message of trying to manifest this growth and breaking through these barriers, leading up to now. And it's it's almost like in order to have this growth, it's you got to open your heart and let people help you. That's kind of what I just got, which is an interesting message. It's just oh my gosh. And so then at the bottom of the deck, we got Hunter, which is interesting because we got the Hunter from the Mystical Shaman reading that I just did a couple days ago. But it says, track down your fears and desires. So what I'm getting from this is just sort of there needs to be some internal assessment of your fears and desires. And then you need to open up your heart to others that can help you, that are in alignment with that, I think you need to, not in alignment with your fears. Obviously you don't want to partner up with people over your fears, but you need to build an awareness about what fears might be blocking you from finding the alignments with your desires. So I think that's a little bit more clarified, but I think this is going to be a process because it's almost this person, it's this person is cloaked, it's they have these wings, and they have this great heart, but it's almost it's been cloaked, which is interesting because, there's been a lot coming up lately about overcoming sort of toxic situations or abuse. So it's I think that people have a tendency when that happens to sort of cloak themselves, out of self-protection. But it's there was a message that came out not that long ago about how it being really important to sort of draw boundaries around people who are holding you back so that you can open yourself up to a situation that is going to help you. So it's just sort of this is a really important message. Also, what I think is really interesting is that we have this heart in the middle, and then we have this super masculine energy on the one side and super feminine energy on the other side flanking this person, and they're connected by this heart. This is really interesting, So it's just sort of I think that speaks to, each of us is not, we need other people to fill us out because none of us is complete, we need that balance of other people's perspectives and, partnering with people who balance you out or who have strengths that you don't have. And but it's important to do that with people who have good intentions and are not trying to destroy you. So yeah, there's a lot that's coming out here. So I'm just gonna keep moving on with the next deck, just the Mystical Shaman. But yeah, it does seem like there's been a lot of work in 2022 on like healing of wounds, and that's going to yield results, I think, in the coming year. Oh my gosh! So we got this totally flew out. We had a bunch of stuff fly out. So we got this is so interesting. So we got this flew out, water, and the Luminous Warrior. So this Luminous Warrior is someone who has done all this internal work, which is weird because I was just talking about that, healing themselves so that they've like sort of like healed all their inner distortions. And for this reason, they're like in this state of flow, and everything that they need comes to them as they need it, and it's like a peaceful warrior, But it's interesting because we have water coming out, which water, it signifies like emotion, but also when you're in balance, like it also, water flows, So it's interesting that it's almost like this person is going to be in flow with their emotions, and they're going to be led on the right path, because they have done all this work. And what's also interesting, the other thing that plopped out was the owl and the rainmaker. So this is super interesting because the owls, it speaks to signs and synchronicities coming from your ancestors, but coming from the spirit realm. So it's like, not only does this person, they've come into alignment with their own internal guidance, but they have the spirit realm that's watching over them and sending them signs and synchronicities. And then we have the rainmaker, which again, this is another water reference, but this is speaking to like co-creating with the universe, like a partnership with the spirit realm. So it's just sort of like, this is a really interesting combination, because it's just like this person is in flow with their own internal emotions, and they're getting signs and synchronicities from above, which they're also in alignment with. We got the rainmaker, so like this is all about manifesting, the rainmaker. And when you are operating from a heart-centered place and you are in command of your emotions, like that's when you're at your ultimate power for manifestation. So it's like almost like this person is manifesting on like the physical and spiritual planes at the same time. Like this is like really powerful alignment, It's like, wow, And then when I look at the bottom of the deck, we have this curse. So, obviously there's been all this talk of like overcoming this generational curse in the last several readings. And it's like, that's like at the bottom of the deck. But like what I'm getting is there's almost like this sort of breakthrough that's happening. That's allowing this person to like overcome. Like, it's like the ancestors are looking down, like helping them heal this generational curse. They've done all this work healing their own energy, and it's like they've come into this balance, and they're being guided by their heart, and in this like ultimate place of balance between masculine and feminine energies, internal and external energies, spiritual and earthly energies. It's just like, wow, like this is like in this moment of profound healing and breakthrough that's like coming through. Okay, I'm gonna go to the transient light. I'm almost gonna have to show this, how this reading looks, like how it came out oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So when I did the split, we got the Wheel, we got the Ace of Swords. So, you know, like there's been all these readings leading up to now about this truth coming out and disrupting the situation so that it can like heal and evolve to something more functional. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So like it's changing, like there's a huge profound change that's happening, and it's allowing for new growth. It's like, it's almost like you do all this internal work, healing of like whatever wound, and then like there comes this point where everything, it's like this aha moment, like where all this healing comes to fruition, and there's this huge, like, I mean, like a total Wheel of Fortune, you know, breakthrough moment where like all that healing comes to fruition and everything just like, but it's like almost like it's not like this drama. It happens very just like smoothly and organically, like it's been there all along, but you just didn't see it, you know? It's just like this moment where you just like step into this grace. Like it's not like dramatic where it's just like you're just suddenly like, oh, like I get it, you know? And then everything works out. Like that's kind of what I'm getting. It's just like, wow, that's really, I'm gonna have to show this, the cards, how they flew out at the end here. Okay, yeah, so when I did this, what came through and Work Your Light, so this awakening, this has come out in the last like 3 readings or something ridiculous. And then we have Trust the Nickel. So it's just sort of like, yeah, like there's just this moment where it's just like, oh, I get it, you know, and like trust your instinct because they're right. Like the healing, all the work has been done. It's just like a matter of like allowing everything to sort itself out. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Let's see, I don't know if I can flip it once it's, I'm just gonna show you. So it's just sort of like, yeah, we have this person operating from this heart-centered place. They're just right between the divine masculine and feminine energy, this truth coming out, everything changing. We have the support and guidance of our ancestors helping us to manifest. We've done all the work internally. We're in the state of flow, you know, guided with our emotions. There's this big emotional release that's happening. It's like, trust your instincts. This curse, be gone. It's just like this ultimate moment of just like profound healing and overcoming something, just like almost like something like lifelong that's been holding you back, and you didn't even realize it until now, and then suddenly you're just like, oh my God, like I get it. And then like everything changes. Wow.